Today on DNVR Buffs Live, we reveal our final season predictions for the team's record, a bunch more, and our hottest takes for the Buffs this year. Can't wait. Let's do it.
Buffs Nation,
Let's go!
Squad!
yes sir. Welcome into the Toyota Lounge, driven by your Front Range
Taco
Toyota stores.
Tuesday, baby.
It's Taco Tuesday here in the Toyota Lounge. Welcome in, Buff Nation. What's up, chat? How's everyone doing? We got a lot to get
Shout
to
out
today.
To the bell.
Love it. You're gonna see.
If you have a good enough take, I might just ring the bell because bell.
I love it. We're gonna be using that a lot today because it's the hot takes and prediction show for the season. We got a lot of them to get through. We did have practice today as well, which is actually where we're gonna start.
Also, scale of 1 to 10, chat. How loud is that bell in your ears? Gotta know how far away I gotta hold it.
Yeah, rest in peace to headphones listeners on this one, man. Or turn it down a little at least. Okay, straight into practice. Wide receivers day. Finally. And we got some surprises on the podium.
Yeah.
Hykeem Williams. Go ahead.
And I was going to say, podium surprises, never accidental.
Nope.
Hykeem Williams, Sincere Brown, alongside Joseph Williams up today, and Coach Jason Phillips. I think we learned quite a bit. There's a lot to get to. Big Juju Day today as well.
It was.
Yep.
Oh.
Good wide variety of
Sounds like it's all
right
based on how loud you have it turned. We got a 10, 5, 8, and a 7.
Yeah, Mrs. Morris with 9 with beats on, headphone listeners.
Yeah.
It's not your day.
Right, and quite
We
loud.
got a 1,000. All right. Sorry, that was the first time. I'll hold it further away next time.
Well, now you know. It's practice for us too. You got your practice bell reps.
Well, I was like, if we're doing a partnership with Taco Bell, I'm going to need a bell. But I didn't realize I was going to get like the bell, like Liberty Bell. Like this thing can be heard across counties.
It's the bell of the ball right there.
No, the first day we had it, I rang it. I got in trouble for ringing it too loud, and then you came in like an hour later, picked it up, and I told you I was like, "That thing's loud," and you're like, "Is it?"
Let's see.
I haven't even held it up like upright to where I can like really.
I feel like you would have to go outside for that.
Yeah.
You cannot do that inside.
Then like
confines
every
of a building.
cow within the state would just show up at DNVR.
People in their car might slam on their brakes. Like, what the hell was that?
I heard it from like in the studio when you were up there last time, though.
Yeah, I was just ringing it today, walking around the office, handing everyone cheesy street chalupas,
Nice.
and I was like, "This is kind of like weird imagery that I'm like ringing the bell for feeding time."
That's
That
wild.
is crazy. All right, let's go to practice. This is a deep wide receiver room, right? And we're gonna do projected starters tomorrow too. And already when you're doing 3 of them, you're like, well, you can't. It's almost impossible to pick. You have to pick 3 at some point.
Yeah.
Coach Jason Phillips has to deal with that almost every damn day, and in prep for this Georgia Tech game as well. So he was asked, basically, how deep is your rotation? How deep will it be for week 1? And this is what Coach Phillips had to say. Coach Phillips. Yes, ma'am.
I envision everybody in the room. Right now, I feel real comfortable with 8 to probably 11 guys. So I'm really comfortable with that. I think a lot of people have asked this question, how do you replace the guys that left, with Travis Hunter, LaJonte, and Will Shepherd and Jimmy Horn? You don't replace those guys. But what we can do is replace the production. So I think if we got enough players in that room that I feel comfortable with and playing, that we can probably get close to or surpass the production we had last year.
11 deep is that's a whole team. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's not lying either. And one thing I've always said this about Coach Jason Phillips, I always enjoy hearing from him when he's up at the podium because he don't bull junk around. Like he gonna really shoot it straight. And this was no, exception here today. I agree with him. I think there's obviously a clear top 6 in this receiver room, but I think there are, like Coach Phillips said, 8 to 11 guys who, anytime they're out there, you'd be like, you wouldn't really be surprised or be upset or asking yourself, what is he doing out there? This receiver room is crazy deep. And I love that Coach Phillips took it there where he did, where he's like, listen, ain't nobody replacing Travis Hunter or LaJonte Wester or Jimmy Horn Jr., but we can replace some of that production. And I think this room has a handful of guys who could potentially match or maybe even exceed what we saw this receiver room do last year, because there are just so many explosive guys, big play guys, and I'm excited to see how it all kind of gets put together.
Yeah. I will say there's conflicting messages of we're going to run the hell out of the ball, we're going to pound the rock, we're going to, and then also we can surpass the production of the wide receivers. Like, that's not possible. I don't think it's possible to run the ball heavily and also match or surpass the production of last year's receivers.
I think when he's saying we can do that, I think he's just saying the talent in the room,
Definitely.
if we needed it to, can do that. But I think you're right. Like, it's going to have to be one or the other in terms of picking up the run game or having a downtick in receiving production.
And I will say running the football will also help sustain longer drives. So you could potentially run more offensive plays this year than you did last year. But in the end, I love the point. Can we go through what we think the 11 or 12 receivers are?
Sure. So we start with the Millers.
Yep.
Start with the Williams. That's 4 already.
Hykeem and JoJo is 4.
Sincere.
Okay, 5.
Isaiah Harge, I think, would be
Harge,
6.
6.
That's the top 6 right there.
And then Q for 6.
The 2
7.
freshmen.
Quanell.
8.
I mean, he said probably special teams for him, but Jack Estera.
9.
Caleb Mathis.
10.
Terrell Timmons.
11. And then 12, Cam, if he's healthy.
Yep, totally. Absolutely.
Yep.
At no point did we even scratch the surface of someone who I wouldn't trust out there.
No. Nope. That's depth right there.
That's crazy.
Crazy talent.
That really is amazing. I'm looking through. We're getting into walk-on guys.
Yeah. Ronald Coleman has flashed a little bit, but that's
Tag,
kind of the
Carson Westbrook. Those are the other names, basically.
Yeah.
So basically every scholarship wide receiver they trust enough to put on the football field this year.
I believe it. I 100% believe it. And what a luxury. Now, my final question on this is there a number that's too many? Like in basketball, you talk about you got to find your playoff rotation. In college football, every game's a playoff game, basically. Do you have to find your playoff rotation before the season starts?
I think you do, and I think they have. And just kind of like I allude to that top 6, God forbid somebody gets injured or just isn't what you thought they would be when the live bullets are flying, then somebody gets added to that rotation. But the depth that we're talking about here, it's needed because we all vividly remember that Kansas State game where it was all good just a week ago in terms of this receiver room. We got numbers on bodies on bodies.
That game stuck with the team.
And then on the drop of a dime, it was damn, what do we have left in that room? So this is what you need. You don't only need the top heavy talent, the stars, which both of those factors are here in this receiver room, but you need the depth. You need guys that you can trust to do a lot of different things. Not just guys we know he can run routes, but can he also block? Does he also know his assignments on every single play and how to line up properly and how to shift in pre-snap motion and all that stuff? All this stuff matters, and I trust Jason Phillips has my utmost trust. I mean, what he's done the last, call it 2 seasons, including this one in 2024 with that receiver room where there are a lot of difficult decisions, I would assume, had to be made on a week-to-week basis. He has handled it perfectly, and I don't expect that to change.
For sure. I mean, it's like a basketball team. I mean, there's one ball, and if to the untrained eye, they all look the same. But
Yeah.
I mean, Hykeem and Sincere are gonna have different roles than Quentin and Draylon. You know what I mean? Like, and it goes on and on and on.
And I asked Hykeem that specifically today.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, like, with you knowing there's so much talent in this room and a lot of dudes who want to get the football, including yourself, how do you kind of balance that in your mind of knowing that it's still all about the team? And I thought his answer was great. He was like, just doing my job, just doing my 1 of 11. When I'm out there making sure I'm making the most of my opportunities, and everything else will take care of itself. And it feels like the entire room has that mindset, and that's the mindset they got to have.
Love it.
Next, let's go to Sincere Brown. Coach Phillips spoke about what he expects out of Sincere, what he thinks his role will be for this team, and then Sincere himself on why he came to Colorado and why he thinks he can be a matchup problem for other teams in the Big 12.
Yeah, fall camp, just the same thing I've been saying earlier. Obviously he's learning what the expectation of being here is, right? And so he's continuing to mature in that area. And, right now, so far so good. If he continues to do that and eliminate some of the mental mistakes, I think we'll be pleased with what we have in Sincere.
After being at Colorado, I just feel like this is a dream. That matter of fact, Colorado a year ago was my favorite college football team, if y'all didn't know. So I had a couple of guys. I went to USF with Jimmy Horn and Xavier Weaver. I was there with those guys, and kind of as I entered the transfer portal and was making a decision, I was talking to them throughout the process and just kind of just like watching them. Like last year a lot, I was watching their games. I was watching the type of content that they was having out, and just the Hall of Fame coaching staff was unbelievable. I've never seen a bunch of gold jackets in one. That's unbelievable to me. So yeah, that's kind of was a huge decision on my to come to Colorado. I believe my game, if I had to compare it to anybody, I feel like I'm like Randy Moss. I'm fast. I can high point the ball. I can do a lot with the ball when I got it. I can run routes. I can do what we need to do for the help the team win. Sorry.
There's a lot to talk about in that one there. Where do you want to go?
Randy Moss.
I don't think he's at least at this level, that's what he's looking like out there.
Yeah, I mean, I liked AJ Green as a comp for him, but Randy Moss is my first ever favorite football player that didn't play for the Broncos. Like, I was obsessed with Randy Moss as a kid.
Yep.
The way that he would just go up over the top of people to get the football. The kind of like one leg kick thing he did when he would jump up to catch pass. Like, I would be trying to emulate that in the backyard. So that just got me fired up hearing him reference Randy Moss. Also, like, Bell, ball. If you reference Randy Moss, because he's way too young to have seen Randy Moss play.
Yeah.
He might have seen the Patriots year if he was a little kid.
Potentially.
That's 07.
What year do you think he was born? Because I'm gonna guess like 2000.
Sincere?
Yeah.
He was probably after 2000, probably
Or,
01,
sorry,
02.
like, yeah.
Yeah, 01, 02, 03 maybe.
I mean, he's an older guy though, isn't he? Like,
I'm way off there. 2004. So that means 07. He's 3 years old.
Yeah. It's crazy though. I mean, and we've seen Sincere Brown in camp mossing some people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
using his 6'5" frame to go up and elevate and just fly over folks and snatch the football out of the air. And the other part,
2001.
The other part of that, in terms of the Randy Moss kind of comparison that Sincere has, is, and we've talked about it, the ability to take a screen to the crib and outrun everybody at 6'5", or take a slant to the crib and just run past people and make one move and nobody can catch you because of his length and whatnot. So Sincere really impressed me today. He seems really mature, right? He mentioned the fact that he's, along with Terrell, like pretty much the only seniors in that receiver room, and he seems to have really taken on that leadership role. And Unc alluded to it too during the presser. Like, the start of fall camp for Sincere Brown wasn't great, and he was called out for it by the coaches. And he instantly took responsibility for that and said, "I'm gonna be better, y'all." And since that day, he has been locked TF in, and we love to see it. And I'm excited to see what he does week 1, because I think he's going to be out there with that first unit.
Also, I'm not saying that he shouldn't know Randy Moss. I'm just saying you have to know ball to know Randy Moss because when you're that young, because you weren't around, to watch his prime.
Because like you would think somebody more his age would be like Calvin Johnson.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like I used to love like Peyton Manning was the king of like referencing like quarterbacks in like the 1950s. That he somehow knew. Like just fans of the game. I love that.
You don't know Y.A. Tittle, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's take our first break, and then we'll do the rest of practice. Shout out to our friends over at American Financing. If you're thinking about buying a home in Colorado, you're not the only one, and now might be your best shot. We're officially in a buyer's market, which means you've got the upper hand. More homes are on the market. Competition is down, and serious deals are out there just waiting to be found. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking to upgrade or downsize, now's the time to get pre-approved, and American Financing can make that happen in 24 hours or less. When you work with both American Financing and their partner, American Home Agents, you can save an additional 1% up to $10,000 on your home loan. So don't let the 20% down myth stop you. You could buy a home with as little as 3% down. And with down payment assistance programs available, getting into a home might be easier than you think. Call 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334 and MLSConsumerAccess.org.
Also, shout out to the homies at Taco Bell on this wonderful Taco Tuesday at DNVR. You guys have heard of it, but we're going to keep telling you all about it because it's the best deal in food right now. It's the Buffs Box, which is now launched and available in many, many Colorado locations, especially if you're on the Front Range. You get a cheesy gordita crunch, a beefy 5-layer burrito, a Doritos Loco Taco, cinnamon twist, and a large fountain drink for $7. $7? This stuff just hasn't been heard of. You hear everyone complaining about how everything's gotten so expensive at all these places.
Where's the value on the value menu?
Yeah, there you go. There's your value at our friends over at Taco Bell. Available for a limited time only at participating Colorado locations. And this season, Taco Bell is donating $1,000 to the CU Athletics Scholarship Fund for every touchdown the Buffs score. So pick up your Buff Box today at your nearest Taco Bell. And shout out to the friends over at Taco Bell on Taco Tuesday.
Squad.
Also, Alyssa, do we have the Taco Tuesday? So, Taco Bell is kind of hooking it up for us here on Tuesdays, bringing us some stuff that maybe not everyone can get their hands on yet. to let you guys know about it. So unfortunately, you guys, I don't know, were working or something, and you didn't get to come try out the cheesy street chalupa today and the frozen Baja Blast Midnight, or the Baja Blast Midnight Freeze is what it's called.
All right.
But Dre and I got to try it out. Taco Tuesday, baby.
Yeah, that's right.
Taco Tuesday here at DNVR. When we get to try something new from our friends over at Taco Bell.
Yes.
Jake and Scott, they're slacking off right now up in Boulder talking to. We got to do the hard work.
Yeah.
Someone has to do it.
Yeah. Anyone can cover the team.
And exactly.
Few can try Taco Bell's newest offerings.
Many know Bell. Many know ball. Not as many know Bell.
You know Bell.
All right, so we've got the cheesy street chalupa. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh wow, there's two. Two comes in a pack.
That's right. That's right.
So this one looks like it's the steak.
Look at that bad boy.
That's the chicken over there. No, that's a steak as well.
That's steak. The melted cheese is what fooled you in thinking that. Right.
All
You're
right.
a fire sauce guy.
Fire sauce.
Ryan's the
always.
expert, so I'm gonna do it how Ryan does it. You've got some hot ranch in there. Mm-hmm. Onions.
So there's like a jalapeno ranch on there.
A little cilantro.
And if you're a fan of the chicken quesadilla, then you already love that sauce.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Actually, really fire.
Jake's gonna be real disappointed he missed out on this.
Yeah, I mean that's the price you have to pay if you're like interested in doing your job or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we are working right now.
we are
This is work.
working hard. All right, I'm going for the chicken now.
washing it down with a Baja Blast Midnight Freeze.
Mm-hmm.
Which hot AF out here, so. Nice and refreshing.
That's fantastic. And I can honestly say,
That steak is very nice.
like nothing
Steak is real nice.
I've had at Taco Bell before.
Try the chicken. I'm going no fire. But it has elements to the quesadilla, which I like that you pointed out.
Yeah, it has that
a real
sauce.
favorite. A real favorite. Wow.
Maybe it's a slightly different sauce, but it does taste similar.
That chicken hits.
The chicken is fire. I think I'm going back for one more bite of the steak. I think I'm team steak here. Yeah,
Chicken?
both great.
Chicken's hitting. That steak is good. I think I'm giving the slight edge to the chicken.
Also, I heard through the grapevine. So originally, I heard that you couldn't get your hands on one of these Baja Blast
Yeah,
Midnight
that's right.
Freezes for a couple
That's
of
right.
weeks, but sources are telling me available now, depending on who you ask.
Well, Birdie was chirping in my ear saying the one here on Colfax, just a few blocks away from us, did have.
Unbelievable. You going chicken or
Find out.
steak?
I'm going chicken. I'm going
Okay.
chicken.
That-
Find out if you're Team RK or Team Dre, and tell us if you're a chicken or a steak guy.
Cheesy street chalupas, seal of approval.
I think we missed out, bro.
That looked pretty fire.
I don't know why you guys had to go to Boulder.
That's crazy. Shout out Taco Bell, man.
Facts.
They really
Elite.
come in with all the new heat.
Yeah.
Not just resting on their laurels of being, you know, as some people call them, the fast food goat. You know, they're
Yep.
always trying to reinvent the wheel and come up with new stuff. You gotta love it.
That's just what they do.
Yeah.
I will say, so after that, because you guys weren't here, there was leftover food. So I just brought it around to the office, handing it out to everyone. And everything got a really great review, but people were incredibly fired up about the Baja Blast Midnight Freeze.
Hell
I
yeah.
gotta try
Cannot
it.
wait.
Gotta try it.
All right, wrapping up practice. Real quick, to go back to Sincere when he's talking about being a fan, like
Yeah.
this show, man, this show and those YouTube channels, like people watch these things, man.
He
and,
specifically said the content, not just the games. I'm
Yeah.
watching the content too.
yeah, they check it out. Like the guys who are coming here on visits or are interested in the portal, they know what they're getting into.
Speaking of people watching this show, today after I had that Taco Bell and I was waiting for you guys to get back here, I just went for a walk around the block.
Yeah.
And there's this guy in like a old Marcus Allen Raiders jersey.
Nice.
And right as I walk by, he just goes, "Hey, it's a YouTube guy."
Go crazy.
That's wild.
That's fire.
All right, next up is Hykeem Williams. He shared kind of his journey and why he came to Colorado and what was really the determining factor in that decision.
At first it was rough, the elevation and everything, but other than like on the field, it's been smooth. Like everybody makes sure that everybody's good. Like it's a big family here, so it's really been smooth off the field for real. More development, more and more development. Going and being around. Coming here, you're just around so much guys that been there. There was guys that been there at Florida State, but here is just on another level. You got 3 gold jackets. You got NFL guys that come in, Hall of Famers that even come in still to just pour in us and help us to be great and succeed.
Came to Colorado for development and that coaching staff.
Shit, if I see Travis Hunter win the Blink the Golf and LeJontay Wester catch 10 touchdowns and Will Shepard ball out, if I was a receiver, I would want to slide too.
Yeah.
And clearly that was part of the his decision, Hykeem's decision. And I was just telling you, like, watching Sincere go up to the podium and Hykeem right after him, and 2 6'5" specimens who are kind of in different kind of, let's call it packages, which is maybe a crazy thing to say, but Hykeem is a bit more built with his 6'5", and Sincere is a bit more slender with his 6'5", but they both can fly, they both can jump, and they're both going to be a big part of this receiving core this year.
I mean this with 100% all due respect to both players. Hykeem looks like a 5-star, and Sincere looks like a guy who had to work his way up to this level. And we've seen both body types succeed at this level and in the NFL. But you can see, it's funny how you can kind of like see the paths based on the way they look. Both guys are absolute specimens. But I did say when Sincere came on, I was like, he looks like a basketball player.
Yeah.
Which he jumps like a basketball player.
Sure do.
So I'm excited to see those guys. And Sincere has had some, bubbling buzz since he committed to Colorado.
Yeah.
Hykeem's kind of flying under the radar. And I think that he's surging right now, late in camp here. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's because of his physicality. We've seen him do well blocking in the run game.
Yeah.
We've seen him get off press very nicely. I think that he brings a physicality to that wide receiver room that I don't think they have a lot of. And I think that's exciting for a team that wants to run the ball a bunch.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited for Hykeem because I don't think that really anyone was expecting anything of him until maybe today. Yeah. And now, again, Coach Prime doesn't send anyone to the podium by accident. He's up there because he's doing something right now.
And Coach Phillips today talked about that blocking on the perimeter, and that's, I mean, out of everything he said today, that's like one of the most pleased an answer that he sounded the most pleased to give. Really,
Yeah.
Just we're ready in that department. Like we're gonna run the ball, we're ready on the outside. Like we're gonna open up lanes, and it's gonna be a pretty key thing for this offense, having the perimeter, and you get to involve the RPO game, the screen game into that as well. I mean, kind of helps everything.
I thought it was cool too when Coach J. Phil was talking about that blocking that you're talking about right now, and he was like, "We don't really practice that. We don't rep that blocking from a receiver's perspective in practice because he feels like it's want to. It's like if you want to block, you're gonna go out there and block, and if you don't, you're probably not gonna be good at it.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's going to be something that is going to help a few of these guys get on the field when otherwise maybe they might not have, right? When you look out there and it's the biggest receivers on the field, it's probably because they're probably the best blockers in that room. And especially when we're talking earlier about the emphasis on the run game, if that really becomes the emphasis for this offense early on, that's going to help you, having those receivers who not only can or physically able to block, but those who have the willingness to do so and put their nose in the dirt and get their hands a little dirty.
Yeah, I mean, to me, my coaching, if I'm Jay Phil, is like, do you want to go to the NFL? Because you guys think it's just about catching passes and scoring touchdowns. It's about playing special teams. It's about blocking in the run game. Yeah. It's about understanding your assignment everywhere you go. And blocking is just such a big one. Like, you know who blocked their ass off last year?
Jimmy Horn.
You could have said anyone, and I would have said yes. The guys who went to the NFL, the guys who were drafted, especially, I would say, Travis blocked, LeJounte blocked, and Jimmy blocked, and Will did too. But
thank you.
All of those guys were dedicated to the craft and wanted to. How many times did we see Travis Hunter throw a late block that got LeJounte into the end zone, or vice versa? Mm-hmm. So I'd be showing that tape too and be like, remember, these guys are getting paid. Well, you guys are too, unfortunately. Maybe not unfortunately. You guys are getting paid now too, but these guys are getting checks cut from the NFL, and they were doing this. So how are you going to not do it?
A wise NFL coach says, no block, no rock.
There you go. All right, let's take our next break. Shout out to our friends over at Bet365, my favorite book to bet on when it comes to football season, which is
days away.
4 days away?
Days away.
I'm betting underdog money lines this weekend? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, man, it's time. Week 0 this weekend. If you're crazy enough to bet on NFL preseason, there's...
What do you mean? I'm undefeated betting on NFL preseason.
Look, man, I understand why you would do it to be invested in it, but I just can't trust those guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can trust the Broncos second and third string.
Actually,
and that's why I've been raking it in, just betting on them. And then the other big bet I made was Shador 2 touchdown passes. So
that's true.
I actually am 3-0 because I did the Shador, or 3-1 because I did the Shador to throw a touchdown pass on his opening drive. That's the only one I lost.
Damn. The Broncos won 6 straight preseason games or something like that.
Yeah.
They undefeated in the Payton era in preseason games?
No.
No, that goes... No. Yeah,
True.
close enough.
My bad.
But hit up our friends at Bet365 for football season right around the corner. New customers get $150 in bonus bets when you bet $5 win or lose. All you got to do is place a wager. I'd recommend something quick, something that happens whenever you're watching tonight. Really, whether that bet wins or loses, you'll get $150 in bonus bets directly into your account with code DNVR365 when you sign up. Deposit $10. Bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, player props, futures, and much more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. You must be 21 or older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone who knows a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
And shout out to the squad over at Coors Light. It is officially football season, which means it's also officially chill season. And the best way to chill is to do that with a football game on and a cold Coors Light in your hand. Because, whether you're juggling work or family or maybe just the busyness of summer or life in general, it's easy to feel that pressure. But that doesn't mean we got to lose our chill, right? Especially when a Coors Light is just nearby, and then especially when you can get delivered straight to your door. And that's what you can get with Coors Light. All you got to do is visit CoorsLight.com/DNVR. Remember, when those mountains turn blue, it's as cold as the Rockies. Make sure y'all celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Shout out to Coors Light.
All right, we got 2 more practice clips. Let's get these done, and we can get to predictions. Joseph Williams is up next. Here's what Coach Phillips and Joseph had to say about his game in this season.
His ability to just make big plays. I mean, obviously, Joseph came in here. It was a freshman. Was a great player last year at Tulsa, and so we're excited about what Joseph is bringing to the table. His ability to make 50-50 contested catches and make plays downfield. I rely on Joseph in those situations. So, just his ability to do that has been great for us so far.
I got this. It's like a little thing I get. It's like a little mode I get into during in the season. It's like, but like in the beginning of the year, I was in my head, lacked confidence. But as soon as that UTSA game, I don't know. I woke up in the morning. It felt different. And after that day, it was like I couldn't leave that mindset. A lot of big plays, a lot of them. That's my biggest thing is the big plays. Is that's why I feel like my role is anytime it's a big play and the ball's in there, I gotta make every single one.
Big plays, get ready.
Yeah. I mean, you look at Sincere Brown, Hykeem Williams, and JoJo Williams, and you just ask yourself, why don't they just play 500? Snap the ball, let them run down there and throw it up.
You get 3 downs. One of them got to hit.
Yeah, exactly.
One of them got to get caught. You know what I'm saying?
Those guys are so acrobatic.
Yep.
And I can't remember if I sent this. No, I sent this to Bryce, but it was a clip of JoJo making a catch on the sidelines, and he jumps up to get it, and it's like, the dude's just floating.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, hopefully he comes down in time to land in bounds.
Right.
Because he just goes up so high to get the football. So, one thing that both Caden and Juju can do is push the ball down the field and get it to these wide receivers. And these guys are going to be able to jump over whoever is covering them all season long.
Yep.
But one thing I said while that clip was playing is I can see why Juju and JoJo are friends.
We'll get to Juju after this, and you'll hear exactly what he had to say about him.
Told y'all like last month, get used to it. Juju to JoJo. That's going to be something that is said a lot over the next 2 to 3 years, I feel like. And I asked JoJo there, that second answer he gave there was when I asked him about what kind of clicked or flipped late in this season last year for him, because this month of November, I've talked about it on the show, 6 for 112 and a touchdown against UAB. 5 for 158 and 3 touchdowns 2 weeks later. 6 for 126 and a touchdown a week later. During that span, catches of 40 yards, 50 yards, 72 yards, 37 yards. Like, this is a big play just waiting to happen in Joseph Williams. And like you mentioned earlier, like real basketball bounce. Yes. This is just a rare breed of athlete and only a true sophomore. Insane.
Crazy. And like those numbers that you're putting up, just to reiterate what he says about big plays.
Yes.
Those yardage numbers are double-digit catch yardage numbers.
Yes. Bro.
And he's doing all of that with five catches, 6 catches.
Yep. All of them.
Like, that dude goes downfield and catches the football. That's what he does.
No, for real.
It was a big day for Julian Lewis, and he didn't even speak to the media. I'll just let the 3 wide receivers we talked to today tell you about what they've seen from Julian so far.
Julian just have a pure God-gifted arm. Like, his accuracy is out of this world, and he has a lot to learn. But he's also a young cat. Coming in trying to learn the college atmosphere as a whole. This is going through his first fall camp and just trying to adjust everything. But from a talent standpoint, they both got it.
It's a lot, honestly. I know for sure Juju. Like, I knew before I got here, I was talking about the freshman quarterback and how he's so good, and he's that. He's that.
I met Juju on my visit here, my official visit, so that played a part in it because me and him we clicked immediately, and I'm with Juju almost every day. Like, he's one of the closest people I'm with right now, so it's like me and him having that bond is really good. Every time I'm on the field, he looks at me. We know we're on the same page. We make every pass.
He's him.
That's as high. I mean, it's incredibly high praise. Incredibly high praise from all of those guys. They all kind of like lit up when talking about Juju, and saying the things that we've been saying, for months now, and especially I've been saying about his arm. Like, the dude has an arm that very few people have.
Yep.
And he is so incredibly gifted with that arm, and I can't wait to see it in action.
Right.
Because he can just do things with the football that very few can.
So Sincere and Joseph were directly asked about Julian. I just asked Hykeem, who on the team has impressed you? That was his answer. I mean, he went straight to Julian.
And for a former 5-star,
yeah,
to be like, I heard a lot about him before I got here,
Right.
and I got here, and yeah, he is as advertised. He is that.
And like, I don't know
High
if it's
praise.
still that way, but I remember when I was younger, when there's like 5-stars were like essentially looked at differently by the team in a negative way. Like, oh, here comes Mr. 5-star.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like, he's not any better than me. Like, they just got the recruiting service hype. That was like the opposite answer. That was like, yeah, no, they were right about him. Like, he is like that.
They got that one right for sure.
Pretty much. That's practice
Like,
today.
when Darrell Scott was on the Buffs, he was the number 1 running back in the country. Like, his nickname from the team was 5-star, but not in like a good way.
Cool way, right?
Yeah, and they're like, oh, here comes 5-star.
Right.
But, yep, that's practice. We got one more day of practice. We'll be up there on Thursday as well. So we'll bring all that to you as you've come to expect.
Hear from some DBs and some linebackers.
Yes, sir. All right, let's have some fun. Let's do predictions first, or do you want to do hot takes first?
No, we'll finish with the hot takes.
Okay, let's start with predictions. Do we want the Big 12 or the CU predictions first? Because I've got quite a few.
Whatever you want, Jake. You're our leader.
It's your world, brother.
Let's just start with the Buffs then. How do I describe this? We did like stat projections last week, right?
Yeah, over-unders.
We'll do record, but this is more just like overarching season type stuff.
Okay.
For example, first one, what will be Colorado's best home game atmosphere this season? Or most packed, sold out, whatever adjective you want to use.
I'll take Georgia Tech.
That's what I was going to say.
I mean, you're getting a Friday night season opener.
Already sold out.
A lot of excitement about this team. I saw the student passes sold out. The students, I mean, I feel like the students show out better for the season opener than any other one. Like, they're going to be sneaking in and doing everything they can if they don't get their pass. So, yeah, we're 10 days away from an insane atmosphere at Folsom Field. And it's hot out, which means, a couple extra Cold Coors Lights.
Yep, they'll be flowing.
Parking lot hit different. So, yeah, we're going to have one hell of a night that night.
That's the answer for sure.
I'll go with Gualo's answer then, the BYU game. Later even start time, so there's more time to get Coors Lights in the system.
Facts.
But also, I think Colorado fans, and at least the fans, have this game circled. They want payback from the Alamo Bowl. That is not how anyone envisioned the season ending last year, and I think that's lingering, and they really want to get this payback, especially when they know that BYU maybe is a little bit weaker given the quarterback situation.
Bro, a true freshman quarterback walking into that atmosphere.
Good luck. Yeah.
Sheesh. God bless him.
By the way, speaking of Coors Light, Now that I have just like a little flow coming out of the bag, it just hits different ordering a Coors Light. Like it's more believable when I say it.
I wish I could like. This is gonna sound weird. I wish I could like take pictures in my mind and I'd show people how the flow has like grown over the last like couple of weeks because
Yeah,
I
dude,
definitely
it's-
notice it from this
Flow's
angle.
flowing. Flow's flowing.
All right, next one. Will we get Big Noon or Game Day in Boulder? And if so, which game?
I think we might, but it would have to be later in the season. I think Colorado would have to build some momentum, but I could see it for the Arizona State game, November 22nd at Folsom Field.
I actually don't know if I agree that it has to be later in the season. I think we do as long as the team shows out. And the reason is I'll just be 100% honest here. The real reason is because those shows need ratings.
Yeah.
Colorado does ratings.
Facts.
And so when they're asking themselves and having production meetings, what can we do to get ratings up? Some bright individual in that room will say, we should go to Boulder.
Yeah.
And they will be right. And then a couple weeks later, game day will be here. So all the team has to do is, back it up. Go out there and show out. Heck, beat Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
And the train's rolling.
For sure.
And you've got two very winnable games, and you might have the next home game after those two be game day.
Could even be Iowa State.
That's what I'm going to say. It's Iowa State. I think that'll be a top 25 matchup. I think Colorado does beat Georgia Tech, and they carry that ranking into that game in what looks to be mid-October against Iowa State. So
Sweet. Also, I want to address this comment from Alpine Garage Sports, who we love. But this take, I don't like it. So he says, we'll finally settle the 1990 split national championship next week. No, we will not. It has no no scores will be settled. And first of all, anyone with the brain knows that Colorado was more worthy of being national champions that year than Georgia Tech. So there's no settling that needs to be done.
yeah, Colorado's the AP champion. What are we doing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Case in point. It's over.
All right, next one. What will be Colorado's toughest road game this year? We got at Houston, at TCU, at Utah, at West Virginia, at K-State.
I already know what y'all are saying.
No, you don't.
Okay. I got two options of what you're saying.
Exactly.
I got one
That's
option
what I'm
of
saying.
he's
You don't
saying.
know.
It's Utah.
What's that you?
You're going to say Utah.
Yeah.
You're going to say Kansas State.
Yeah, I am.
It's Utah.
Means I get to settle the score, and I agree much more strongly with Scotty. At Kansas State's going to be a really tough game. I will say Utah's fans probably have a better reputation than, or a worse reputation, really, but a better reputation of creating a hostile environment, even if that means yelling slurs and throwing stuff, than Kansas State, which Kansas State has a good fan base, but I don't think anyone ever talks about it.
Right.
Either way, I just think that Kansas State's a much better football team than Utah, so I'll take that one.
Next one. What game will be Colorado's biggest win of the season? Just margin of victory.
Oh, largest win.
Yep. Margin of victory.
So biggest blowout win, pretty much.
I'm going to say Wyoming.
I'm gonna say Houston.
On the road?
Another stat. I'm gonna say Delaware.
I think it's Delaware as well.
I just think Delaware's a little more well coached than Wyoming. And,
I think Wyoming's just got better players.
well, Wyoming should have better athletes.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have better players, though.
I don't know, man. That Delaware stuff, when we watched that a month ago, whenever that was pretty revealing to me, honestly.
I just feel like they have good scheme. Seems like they have kind of like a culture and the system that people buy
Yeah,
into.
they're a proud program.
Yeah, whereas Wyoming feels like they're still trying to reestablish that ever since the coaching change.
That's fair. Who will be the Buffs breakout star? I guess you can take this whichever way you want. I'm going back to like end of the season of last year. Like person who I did not expect to really like blow up, who was going to be a star for this team this year.
Who would that have been last year?
Who was last year's breakout star?
Yeah.
Nakai Hill Green, probably.
Yeah, Nakai is a big one. I mean, like saying LeJontay doesn't really count. Like,
Okay. So
But
somebody
Keaton
we're
Wade. Keaton Wade would have been
Keaton
a
Wade's a
breakout
good one.
star.
somebody
Yeah.
we're not really talking about right now
yeah,
as a star, but
It's hard.
could
It's
be
always hard
looked
on
at.
this show because we do talk.
We
about
talk about everybody. No, for real.
maybe like Carter last year. You know, like Shiloh goes down, he comes in, fills in pretty nicely for 5 games, and then
I don't mean this as disrespect to any other football show out there, and I don't listen to them, so I very much could be wrong. I just don't think anyone talks about as many players on the football team they cover as we do.
facts.
Real spill, bro.
Like, I don't think anyone that watches the show could go to a game and be like, "Who's that?"
Yeah,
Facts.
Like they know, and it's not just us. It's honestly this fan base as a whole. Like is so dialed into the entirety of the roster.
Yeah.
But we really do talk about everyone here, so it makes it harder to do like dark horse or breakout stars. But I
Right.
think we can generally get the idea.
So yeah, so my pick would be Quincy Wiggins.
Nice. Again, like that's one that he's like almost a fan favorite.
Yeah, right.
But,
Exactly.
but he would be a breakout. I mean, he's a perfect candidate for a breakout star.
I'm gonna go with I think Colton Hood last year was somebody
That was a good
who
one.
maybe fills that breakout star kind of role. I think another corner does it, and I think Tyreek Davis is going to be that guy this year
I love that. Great
for a
pick.
breakout star.
Both ones were guys that I was considering, so I'm going to try to come up with a final one here. I'll take Anquin Barnes.
I like
Good
that.
one. It's a good one.
Shout out Simeon Price as well.
Yes.
Also, Gerardo Ramos says the morning run talks about lots of players. Yeah, I wasn't thinking of other Buff shows. I was mostly talking about like team podcasts that cover like Oklahoma or whatever.
For sure.
Who will be the first Buff drafted in April?
I think we were just talking about him earlier today, man. I think it's going to be Sincere Brown.
Oh,
Wow.
I know. And maybe this is could have saved this for the hot take
that could
section.
have been saved for the hot take section.
I think Sincere Brown might go federal this year. Like, might go stupid. And I think there's going to be some teams that are like, he's 6'5", moving like that? And again, this is, like you mentioned earlier, this is a senior. This is
Yeah.
final year of college football.
Yeah.
And I know, Omarion Miller is kind of probably a popular name, but he is a junior on the field. And he hasn't obviously played a ton the last 2 years due to injury and whatnot. But I think Sincere Brown in his last year of eligibility is going to go crazy and be the first Buff drafted next year.
I'm very, very confident in saying it'll be DJ McKinney.
I'll say Caden Salter.
Like that. I
Yep.
like that.
I mean, if any of those guys go, I would say other than DJ, if any of those guys go in the top 2 rounds, or either of those guys go in the top 2
Yep.
rounds, something
Yep.
really dope has happened.
That's kind of what I'm banking on. And I feel like seeing Travis ball out in the NFL and LeJontay and Jimmy get opportunities, they're going to be like, hold on, Colorado might be a receiver factory. Something we already know, but
Yep.
that might wake some people up.
What will be Colorado's record in 2025?
This is the last one.
For CU,
Let's save it.
save it.
That'll be the last thing we say on the show today.
To the Big 12 we go. Who will be the first coach fired this year?
First of all, do you think any coaches are actually getting fired mid-season?
I think there's one who could. There may be 2, actually.
Okay. I've got my guy who I think is going to be fired after this year, and I really feel bad for him. It's not his fault. He just coaches a school that has a ceiling, and the people that support the school don't realize the ceiling exists. And it's Joey McGuire.
Wow. See, that wasn't even who I was thinking.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think that Texas Tech is going to go 7-5 or 8-4, and Joey McGuire is going to get fired because they're going to say we spent
wow.
$100 million to go 7-5 or 8-4. So yeah, like I said, I think Joey's a good coach, but Texas Tech is going to Texas Tech.
I think Brett Brennan immediately came to mind, but I
good one.
think Scott Frost is going to be one and done at UCF.
No way.
I don't think so.
I think they're
I
going to
love
be.
that,
I
but-
think something is going to happen.
Oh,
You know
he
what I'm
has a
saying?
reputation.
That's kind of a
He
safe
has a
bet, actually.
reputation.
I think something is going to happen where they're like, yeah, we parted ways. He is no longer our head coach.
Yeah,
and
he
that's
doesn't have
going to
a-
be my guess.
a glowing off the field resume.
No, for real.
Give me Mike Gundy.
Oh, that won't be a firing. That would be a mutual parting of ways.
Yeah.
But like, I mean,
Like he'll just retire.
look, they got Oregon week 2. Like this could get bad really, really quickly for them.
Wow.
And I just don't know if they made enough strides to get back to that contender level.
Yeah.
Like if
I
they
agree,
win
but
5 games, it's over, right?
it could be, but it will be him retiring.
I'll count it though. Still,
I'm sure you will.
who will be
Texas,
the?
like Gualo says, Texas Tech if they don't go to the playoffs, and it's like Texas Tech is not going to the playoffs. Sorry,
They're
Yeah.
a popular pick, too.
I know. So are the Chargers.
Who will be the best quarterback in the Big 12 this year?
You can go first.
Define this for me.
First quarterback drafted from this conference, or
Sawyer Robertson.
What do you say?
Sawyer Robertson.
But I think that had you defined it differently, I might have said Caden Salter. Like, who will have the most impact? Like something along
Just
those
like
lines.
the consensus best.
The
Like,
consensus best quarterback in the big, like Shador was last year.
yeah, exactly. Like when Joel Klatt's talking about the Big 12 and he talks about this team and he goes, they have the best quarterback in the conference. Like that type of.
Josh Hoover.
Wow. I like it, Scotty. Who will be this year's Arizona State?
They're just real quick, and if Sawyer backs up kind of what he did last season, and even takes a step forward, they're just gonna be falling all over themselves
Of course, yeah.
in the
true.
NFL.
Totally. Who will be this year's Arizona State? Not saying win the conference, but projected bad team who's actually good.
So who are the projected 6 worst teams?
So these are the only acceptable answers I will take here.
What I wanted to know, so I didn't say an answer that wasn't acceptable.
Arizona, Houston, UCF, West Virginia, Oklahoma State, Kansas, and to get to half, let's throw in Cincy.
Let's take Cincy out because I think that's the easy answer.
Yeah,
Is it?
I think so. Like out of those schools, I think because I don't
Kansas
think
gets a ton of love outside of this show.
Yeah, I wouldn't include Kansas either, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm going to say West
Remember-
Virginia.
Okay.
I think they got the best coach out of that group, Rich Rod. And like I said, I was really impressed hearing him at Big 12 Media Days in Frisco last month. And from what I've heard, they got a pretty serious home field advantage down there in Morgantown. So I'm going to go West Virginia.
You guys get a lot of flack for being the Utah guys on this podcast. I think I kind of fly under the radar as a West Virginia guy. I don't think that bothers anyone. But I have a soft spot for West Virginia. I'm taking them.
And Kansas.
The answer is Houston. Shout out Houston. Just watch.
What I'm supposed to be watching for.
Just wait, bro. Just wait.
I bet.
Just wait, he says.
Who will play for the Big 12 title game this year?
Well, this is going to spoil some of future here. I will say that playing for the Big 12 title is Colorado and Kansas State.
I think right now, playing for the Big 12 title will be Utah and Kansas State.
I will take Colorado and Iowa State. Who wins?
I don't know.
You're not going to answer for a conference title winner?
I mean, I'm not going to not pick Colorado, so there we go. Buffs Big 12 championships.
Fair enough. You just had to say it.
How about you?
Colorado.
Oh, y'all want my answer?
Yeah. Here we go.
I think K-State.
Oh.
I think
Dang, I was
K-State.
hoping you picked Utah.
How many Big 12 teams make the CFP?
1.
I'll take 2.
I think 1.
Hot takes?
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Oh, okay.
You want to?
I don't care.
Y'all
Redeem yourself.
Yeah. So y'all remember last year when we would do before games, like pick a player of the game, right? And it got to a point where y'all were like, Scott, you can't pick LeJohntay Wester every damn game. Like,
Just so you know, that was on the heels of me being told I couldn't pick Shador anymore at one point. Jake wasn't allowed to pick Travis anymore.
exactly.
at
And like
another point.
we put LeJohntay in that category.
Yeah.
Like, listen,
Yeah.
he's in the Shador Travis. Like, we know what we're gonna get out of them game to game. And I think that is going to be DeKalen Taylor this year. I think DeKalen Taylor, week in and week out, maybe not right away out the gate, similar to how LeJohntay Wester kind of had a slow start to the season last year. But by the time Big 12 play really gets rolling, I think every single week, DeKalen Taylor is going to be making a big play or getting in the end zone for this offense. So I think DeKalen Taylor is my, let's call it LeJohntay Wester of this year, like my breakout star, like the guy on the offense aside from the quarterbacks.
Does he know Bell? Scotty knows Bell.
Let's
know,
F
Bell.
and go.
Also, we are not going to allow people calling people on this set names.
Yeah, y'all got to chill, honestly.
So chill out. I'll give you mine.
Okay.
This is, I think, as hot as I can go.
All right.
By the end of this season, Omarion Miller will be considered the best receiver in college football that wears the number 4.
Wow.
Who else
Had
wears
to
number
go
4?
there. You had to go there.
I did have to go there.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Tell him who else wears 4.
Jeremiah Smith.
Yes, sir. Damn straight.
And by the way, he's amazing.
He's
Very,
all right.
very good player.
Yep.
He's decent.
But
That's
O
fire.
is going to go absolutely stupid this year.
Let's go. I'm going to go with Coach Prime wins National Coach of the Year.
Whew.
This
Good
is I'm kind of stealing this take from I heard it on the Twitter machine, but honestly, like the story's like already kind of like it's kind of written right there. Goes through the offseason, beats cancer, without his sons, first year coaching without them, loses the Heisman Trophy winner, and all of a sudden he's got the best team of his career. Hell yeah. Let's go.
I got good at ringing that kind of quietly.
Yeah, nice job. Nice job.
Great take. And it's perfect. The storylines are perfect. And everyone's waiting to say the other thing, which is, doesn't have Travis Hunter, doesn't have his son anymore, can't coach.
Yep,
The real
exactly.
colors have been shown. And it'll be fun to watch them have to eat those words.
Facts.
What will they be able to say if that man wins Coach of the Year?
Who knows? We're headed
They'll
to
just say it was undeserved.
You're right. That is what they'll say.
We're headed to overtime. If you're watching on your television, head on over to thednvr.com. We're going to wrap up the show over there. You have another one, Scotty.
I do. This Colorado football team led the Big 12 in sacks last year. They didn't have the individual sack leader in sacks, though. I think they will have that this year. I think Arden Walker is going to lead the entire Big 12 in sacks.
Hell yeah.
He's going to get to 10 plus.
Sick.
And they're going to come in bunches. And they might come very early on in the season before that first bye week. But I think he's going to get to 10 plus sacks and be in that conversation as one of the first Buffs drafted next year.
You got another one? Or does he know Bell?
I'm not going to ring it every time,
Oh,
but
okay.
yes.
Hell
Gotta save it.
Nice job, Scotty.
You can go next, and I'll go again.
The Buffs will have more players drafted this year than last year.
Ooh.
So that's at least 5 players drafted.
Wow.
All right. Let me see here.
Do I know Bell?
You do.
Bro wants that
You really want?
confirmation.
That's the whole point, is it not?
See, I already had one that I didn't know you were gonna make me reveal. So now I'm digging because I was gonna say Colorado wins Big 12 championship.
You want me to go again, give you some time?
Sure.
I think that I think this is going to be the best transfer portal class that Coach Prime has landed at Colorado. And I know the first one obviously included Shador and Travis, but I'm talking about the totality of this class.
So before this, like the class playing on this year's team, not this upcoming transfer class.
Correct.
Okay.
So I'm talking about the Caden Salters,
Yes,
the Zy
yes,
Crislers, the Xavier Hills, the Tawfiq Byards. I think this class is going to have the most contributors and starters that were brought in this offseason from the transfer portal class. It's going to be the deepest class. And although it's going to be the smallest of the last 3 years, I think it's going to be the very best.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I'll say that Colorado reaches their highest ranking in the top 25 of the Coach Prime
That's
era,
a great one.
which I believe would be 16. Did they get up to 17?
It has to be whatever they were before Kansas then, right? That has to be their highest ranking.
Yeah, I thought they were 7. Maybe they're 19.
Let's see what they were in that Kansas game. Hold on. I got one more Colorado one. So Colorado in this game was actually ranked number 16. So
Okay.
I think that's it.
That's what I originally
game was
said,
that?
isn't it?
The Kansas game. They came in ranked 16th.
So got to get top 15. I
Love
think they
that.
can do it. And I think they can do it kind of quickly.
Yeah. Win week one. You're well on your
Yeah.
way.
I mean, yeah, week one, you win week one. Where are you at?
24.
20, I'd say 21-ish.
Okay. Well, yeah, and then you take care of business the next 2 weeks, and a couple teams fall in front of you, and you could be there.
Yeah, win that BYU game at night for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so like last year, there will be four teams alive in the last week. Those teams will be Colorado, Utah, Baylor, and Iowa State.
You guys just can't help yourselves but to just say something about Utah.
Those would be the teams alive.
You said, say the four again.
Colorado, Utah, Baylor, and Iowa State.
Iowa State, man. I'm excited to see them this year.
Me too.
This week.
4 days.
This week. Gosh darn, hell yeah.
Do you guys have any other CU ones? I've got some Big 12 hot takes that I'd like to share.
I would love to hear them.
Keep going.
My first Big 12 hot take.
This
You
is your
s-
second, actually.
What was my first?
Oh, that was a prediction, not a hot take, the last one?
Well, I technically included it as a Colorado one just because Colorado was in there.
Oh,
but-
okay. All right.
First one, UCF goes winless in the Big 12 this year.
Okay.
Whoa.
That doesn't feel that hot to me.
Really?
Yeah. But I think so incredibly low of Scott Frost.
What if I said
I can't rule it out.
It would help your take. That he
I know.
gets
That's what I say. I
fired.
can't rule it out. Them going winless. I can't rule that out. It's not a bad one. Can't rule it out.
And I have another one. Jalen Daniels will not finish the year as Kansas' starting quarterback.
This was the one you were gonna.
Yep.
You were teasing upstairs.
Who would take over?
Chris Ballard's son is the backup quarterback at Kansas.
Chris Ballard.
He's a GM for
In
Colts?
Indianapolis,
Yeah.
yes.
What's his name?
His name is
He's your guy
Chris
now.
Ballard Jr.
his name is
Daniel Jones Ballard.
his name is Cole Ballard.
All right.
No, for real though. Cole Ballard here, he was the guy who came in when Jason Bean got hurt. So he replaced the guy who replaced Jalen Daniels 2 years ago.
Got you.
Dual threat player. He's just going to be the starting quarterback at some point this year, for sure.
I don't think this is a hot take, but it is a prediction that I want out there.
Okay.
And it won't necessarily surprise daily listeners, but Julian Lewis will contribute more than you think.
Love it.
Yep.
Any other hot takes? Are there good ones in the chat? Can you scroll up for us? Dope Slab says DJ will have 2 pick sixes. I like that one.
Let's go. Team DJ over here.
D1, hold on, stop right there. D1 Chain Snatcher says C will be the highest scoring offense in the Big 12. I like that one as well. Keep going up. Dave says hot take Buffs average 200 yards per game on the ground this year. I love that one too.
I got one.
Go for it.
So you will have 3 or more games with multiple 100-yard rushers.
I like that.
And Caden Salter will probably be one of them in all 3.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. How many overtime games this year?
Please, God, no. No, 0. I was thinking about that, though. Like, when we were going through the Big 12 predictions, I'm like, there's just going to be so many insane games. Something about,
Yes.
I mean, it's the
Yes.
prime effect. Like,
They playing their
entertainment
hearts
follows
out.
Deion
Yes.
Sanders.
Yep.
Even when he doesn't specifically create it himself, it just is around. And there's going to be some insane games. That's just how it works.
I agree, mini rankings. I think at the end of the year, Kalen Taylor will have averaged 1 touchdown per game.
Ooh.
Chuck says 9 leads the team in INTs. That's Tyreekis.
He is a ball hawk.
He really is.
By the way, there's like some clips of DeKalen just practicing. And the way that he can shift his body like doesn't look normal. Sometimes it looks like the video skipped.
He be shape-shifting, bro.
Yes, dude. Like, I had to watch this one clip like 7 times to try to figure out what he even did with his legs to like go from here to here that fast.
Yeah. He's a freak.
Anything else today? Any
Debbie
other-
says he will have 3 All-Americans.
Sheesh.
Jordan
that.
Seaton,
Yeah.
Oh,
Kamari
quarterback?
Miller, DJ.
DJ, Arden.
Yeah.
There's talent on this team.
Oh, yeah.
3 might be a little... I can be talked into more.
Okay.
I can be talked into more.
Let's go.
Any other predictions, hot takes, national titles you'd like to claim?
I already claimed 4.
Right, he did.
So Colorado has 5 now?
Yeah.
Nice.
Congrats. What years now?
We got 2022.
Oh, hell yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Best team on the field.
Big year. As I said to one person, the wins were so dominant that they all kind of just blurred together into one.
Yeah, for sure.
We took 2014 and 2012.
Okay.
And we also got 2006.
4 in this millennium?
Yeah.
Hell
Wow.
Yeah, one
It's
of the
kind
most
of a dynasty.
dominant.
Is
Yeah.
that 5 in the last like 25, right?
Yeah, and I think also 5 wins combined in those seasons.
You're not giving us 2023 when they had the best team of all time?
Sorry, I think it was... No. I just took 2022.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Other people would claim 2023 for us.
With Coach Prime's first year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm in. I'm not against. We can claim whatever we want.
I mean, back to back?
Yeah. Sure. We just took 2023 too.
6 national titles. Well done, Colorado.
Hang the
Give it
banner.
up.
Well done.
Hang the banner.
Anything else, though?
We got to get to our official record predictions.
Oh, that's right. Record prediction. Who wants to go first?
I'm going to go last.
The Buffs are going to finish 10-2.
Oh.
The Buffs
Oh,
are gonna
I
finish
thought
10-2.
I wanted to go last because I thought I was going to be the highest.
Nope, they're going to be 10-2. They're going to be one of the best teams in the conference this year, and they're going to play in Dallas.
Now, I need to point something out here. Let's make sure we remember what date this is, what episode this is, because I'm going to have to go find these afterwards.
Okay?
Jake and I have had the same record prediction
The last 2
the
years.
last 2 years.
Yeah.
The first year we predicted 6 wins each. Buffs won 4. Could have easily won 6. Definitely should have won
We
5.
nailed it last year?
And last year we both predicted 9 and 3,
Yeah.
and that is what they finished.
Yep.
But this will be the first year that we are not aligned, unfortunately.
Ooh, interesting.
So one of us is going to be right. I'm going to take the Buffs to go 9 and 3 again. And I've raised that over the last week or so because I think that this team is even more well-rounded and well-balanced than I thought. And I also think that Colorado has two of the best quarterbacks in the conference on the team. And
Yeah.
that is a luxury that I think could prove to be really, really valuable for this team, whether it's out of necessity or out of desire to use it to throw curveballs at teams. But I think the defense is going to be even better than last year. And I think the offense is going to be different and very effective as well. But I think 9 and 3 is enough to get into the Big 12 title game and take care of business there. And so technically, could be an opportunity to win a lot more games than that.
I also picked last year Colorado to go 9 and 3. We were all in unison on that before the season. Looked pretty smart at the end of it.
Guys, no ball.
This year, I'm going to predict the same record. I think Colorado finishes the regular season 9-3. It's going to be a hell of a season.
Yeah.
After losing a Shedeur Sanders and a Travis Hunter, I agree with a lot of you said. I think defense, this is going to be a defensive-led team, I think, this year.
Yep.
The defense, I think, is going to be really, really strong, really elite.
And what could it do for the defense to have a sustained running game and allow those guys to rest up on the sidelines?
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of times, even when we were scoring last year, it was 4-play drives.
Yeah.
And they had to go right back out there.
I think it would be a lot similar to last year, though, where it's like I think 4 teams go in the Big 12, go 9-3, 7-2 in conference, and it's going to be another tiebreaker situation. But I think this team is going to go 9-3 just like they did last year. It's going to look different, but the results are going to be very similar.
Jake, congratulations. I think you just accomplished something that no one else has ever accomplished,
What's that?
which is
Being
predicting
higher.
Colorado to win more wins than I did, to win more games than I did on a show that I'm on.
I love this team. I really do.
I love it. I love it. Usually, I'm getting called a crazy homer, but
No, I
you
mean,
can take some of that heat off me this year.
the offensive line it's not even a conversation. It's better than
Way
it has been the
better.
last 2 years.
Definitely.
That alone, not just the running game, but that fact alone is going to give guys so much more confidence week in, week out. They're going to feel like there's a front out there in the Big 12. I mean, they don't play Texas Tech even, but they're going to feel like they can't fuck with them, honestly, in that offensive line. They're going to be bigger. They're going to be stronger.
For sure.
They're going to be throwing dudes around. Micah's going to be bowling dudes over. Trackhawk's going to be running around them. And then Caden's going to start pulling the ball, and he's going to start running for 75 yards. You know what I mean? The wide receivers speak for themselves, and then Robert Livingston, this defense. I mean, in year 2, come on. They're just going to grow. They're going to be better. Like, no one else is saying that, but that's what I see with this team. I see a team that grew over the offseason in almost every way imaginable.
Preach,
That's
brother.
how I got
love it.
there.
Preach.
All right, let's go to the chat.
So real quick, Scotty, do you think that CU misses out on the Big 12 title game on tiebreakers?
Yes,
So they're tied for first going into at the end of the season.
that's exactly right. And if y'all in the chat want to do too much over that, y'all can go ahead. I think this team is going to be really good, be 9-3, finish tied for first in the Big 12, and I think there will be 3 other teams that finish with the same record in the conference, and we'll see what happens with the tiebreakers. But this team's gonna be really good.
Someone who works here just texted me, these record predictions are wild.
Hell yeah.
And that's just because they want to say the team's going 4-8 or something.
Hell yeah. We've only ever been close or right on.
I'm betting 100. I ain't gonna lie.
Also,
on my
someone
one
said,
season covering the team.
how can you say that the team's better and predict the same record? I'm just saying, well, football it just doesn't work like that.
Right.
Different schedule. I think CU has a top 15 hardest schedule, or top 20 for sure hardest schedule in the country this year. The ball isn't round.
They could end up with the same record and end up in the Big 12 title game. And it's like all these things can unfold that weren't even possible last
Totally.
year.
I mean, a couple percentage points tick a different way, and Colorado could have been in the college football playoff last year.
Exactly. Frank asks, any word on TJ Branch? Heard he wasn't in the team picture. I have no idea, man. No idea.
Let's go. New where is Saga?
Debbie says, from CU to CU, low. Is that C? That's Sincere's
Yeah.
handle, I think.
Yeah, for
Destiny,
sure.
sincerely yours.
Oh, yeah,
Shout out
from
Debbie.
Campbell University.
Oh yeah.
Ah, okay, that makes
From
sense
Campbell
now.
to Colorado. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, Debbie.
Yeah, Debbie.
Alrighty, chat. We're gonna do projected starters tomorrow.
You thought it was spicy in the chat today.
Well, we'll see how it gets tomorrow. We'll see y'all then. Let's go Buffs.
Let's go Buffs.
We all silly like the mayor.